All right. Hey, Alpha, how you doing, brother? Doing good. Hanging in there. Still trying to get back in the swing of things. Like I said, went on that vacation. It's just kind of threw me for a loop, but it's gave me some time to sit back and kind of think some new strategies that I'm working on for the rest of the year. I had a big game plan going into this year, and I really kicked off. This has been still been a good year for me. But of course, with the virus deal going on a few months ago, I had some big plans going on. I had to do like it turned me for a 180, and I've recouped quite a bit. Like I said, I've financially, it's I'm still rolling strong on the deal, but it's made a lot of projects go away, but it's brought up a lot of projects. So, but it's just been the juggling factor and stuff like that. But other than that, things have staying steady. But I'm just trying to get a good game plan so I can hit this summer and taper into the end of the year and come out strong. Because like I said, hey Matt, doing all right, brother? Looks like we got somebody new. He almost looks like he's from Mad Max. That's cool. I love that movie. Jordell, awesome. Glad to see you. Awesome. Some familiar faces popping in here. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me here. And like I said, what I'm doing, I'm just trying to come up with a really good game plan. Getting paired to something I can implement it this summer and take me for the rest of the year, because I've been working on this. Kind of give you guys a quick little sneak peek here. Getting to a close on the Death Dealer project. He's missing his some of the armor pieces here. Kind of show that let this thing focus in here. There we go. And I actually got some stuff molded. I got these shoulder pieces here. See if I can get the camera on here. There we go. Good shot there. So I got these molded where I can cast some of them. That way I can put them on both sides. And I also have a shin guard here. Make sure I got it all. Not that. So I'm trying to hold this in place so you guys can see it here. The camera's trying to think, guys. Let me put my hand. Let me try it without the figure. The figure might be messing with it. Let's try it like that. There we go. Now it's trying to fight in there. So I got these shin guards molded and everything. Made a really nice little trap mold to put everything in, stuff like that. That way I can piece him all together. And I got his belt. Like I said, it's not the Death Dealer unless he's got his belt. So I got that molded. See it. Oh, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, but now we're cooking, Matt says. Exactly. So, yeah, and I don't know if I even showed you guys this or not. Like I said, I'm just giving everybody a few minutes time to get kicked on there. But here's what the shield plate looks like. So, there we go. Can't wait to cast that in black and put a sheen on it and stuff like that. So like I said, this is still not the end of the concept ride. Like I said, we're still in the development of all but I have did a new design on these on this helmet. With the new design, the horns actually come off, so it's easier to cast and everything. So I got a lot of behind the things I can't say about this project that I'm really trying to go big with this. This is not something small. I got 2 game plans with this project, and both of them are I'm trying to make a big deal, but just totally 2 different directions though. So one's more on a high volume run, and the other idea is more on a niche, highly collectible route. So 2 different ways I'm going here. See, I need to mold a Mego head. What kind of Mego head are you trying to mold? The best thing, if you're trying to mold one, like I said, go to Specialty Resin out of Chicago. RTV25 is the best silicone to use. That you got the 4 hour, the 8 hour. It don't matter which one of the hour deal that you do, but great stuff and everything. Thank you, Alpha. Yeah, this is like a kid in the candy store. I'm having fun playing with this thing. This has been great and everything. But I just want to show you guys that and give everybody time to hop on here. All right, guys. Today we are talking about Wave 2, Empire Strikes Back. And this is going to be a legitimate review. I am not going to be unboxing these things, because the whole reason I got these, because I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars for a vintage one to hang up on my wall. I'd rather get a $10 version, 15, whatever they are, hang that on my wall. And from a distance, and I think that's what this is meant to be, from a distance, it does the trick. But I do got some very good key points I want to throw out here. Number one, we're going to get into the layup part, but I'm going to go ahead and make a generalization on the card deal. That way I'm not repeating myself, because every one of them, it's the same issues. Number one, I know a lot of people do not like this little design here. To me, it's not that big of a deal. And the reason they did it, obviously, so your vintage collectors wouldn't, it's an obvious spot, and then they all have the same faux decoration on it and everything. But the one thing I will have to say here is the card backs on Wave 2 is crap. You thought Wave 1 was crap. Wave 2 found a whole new level of crappiness. And I really hate to say that, but at the same time, guys, they're coming out at $10 price point. We're getting exactly what we're paying for here. And one of the weird things I've noticed is Wave 1 Han Solo, look how thin the bubble is versus Wave 2. Much thicker bubble and everything, but yet they still both have the insert inside to hold them steady. And that right there, I don't mind it. Actually, I think that is a nice little detail that they added this line to. Obviously, it's another key point to show, if you're seeing this on eBay, that's not a vintage one. And if you're buying one of these and you think it's vintage, you need to do your homework a little bit more. Not to be ugly, but bottom line, guys, it's no matter if it's Star Wars, He-Man, Ninja Turtles, if you're going to get into buying toys, even for your own personal nostalgia, do some homework. Get on Facebook, ask some questions. Don't just go on eBay and start buying. Somebody's going to take you for a fool. Or even at a flea market, they could do it. So, and the thinness of these are still pretty thin. The Mandalorian figures, thin. I don't know what the deal is, but I would have to say the Wave 1, I think what it is, guys, I don't know if the camera can pull this off. You see the kind of the little bit of the texture in that black, the almost kind of bubbly feeling. It's not that bad on Wave 1, but you get into Wave 2. All right, now see that pebbly kind of look right there. What this is, all these card backs is like 3 to 5 different layers of different press board, and then the images, it's all pressed together. Wake up, camera, come on. Technology, what a joke. But anyway, and what they done on Wave 2, just to save another dime somewhere down the line or another penny, they're using a crappier card stock of the paper. And I got, hold on, guys, I should have got this out before, but just to kind of give you guys an idea of because some of y'all don't know much about printing and what stuff gets printed on and stuff like that. Here's what I'm talking about. I use this for when I do my repro Castle Grayskull, the cardboard inserts. The same kind of paper like cereal boxes are made out of. See, these prints are printed on each side, and all this gets glued together and gets run through a press. Then it goes to the stamping machine and everything gets stamped out. This stuff right here is what gives your stiffness. So if you got a crappy piece of this, comes in all gauges, and see this stuff right here. See how smooth that is. Very smooth. You don't see no ripples or nothing. This is pretty good quality stuff. Seems like that's what they kind of used in here, but they just used a thin grade of it. This stuff, they use the cheapest crap they can get their hands on. Hence the little wavy bubbles. So, and guys, and as these wave goes, I see it to be more like this. And the reason for the bigger bubble, not a clue. I don't know why they went with a bigger bubble. Only reason I can think of, maybe they thought some of the figures that are coming down the line are a lot thicker than your average Han Solo or Luke. So they went ahead and just bumped up the size to accommodate certain figures that are, you had the Boba Fett, he's got the rocket firing thing. So a little bit thicker one. So they went with a new standard. And that's the only reason I can possibly guess at the moment on why they did that. But to do some comparison here, I got all 6 of my figures here. Give everybody a quick shot of the retro. And here is a shot of one of the original. Get her up here. And guys, you can all, I'm sure everyone, if you're watching this, you have Googled these images already. So this is not a massive show and tell. It's more about what I'm saying than what we're showing here. But right off the bat, there's 2 main points on this one that didn't quite come out that well. She looks a little bit, on the new retro version, she looks a bit Asian. The detail didn't really come out right. It's just where you make a copy off a copy, things kind of get crunched. And you can see the major gaps in this hip area right here. She had a little bit on the original, but when you make a mold of a mold, gaps get worse. So the top part got thinner, the bottom part get thinner. Now you got this massive gap. And they didn't even bother to try. Wake up, camera. They didn't even bother to try to get in there with a sculptor, somebody like me. They got guys like me that work for them. They got probably 40 or 50 of them. They didn't even bother to take the time to make slight adjustments to make it look a little bit better. Like I said, guys, these things are made. How fast can we pop them out just to where 15 foot, 10 foot up on the wall, is it going to bring back nostalgia? And for the most part, I have to say it does do that. And like I said, I just wish they would just take just a slightly little bit more effort. And like I said, 10 foot away, this looks amazing. And like I said, the only other gripe I'm going to say about every card is this stupid red sticker. I'm probably going to end up taking these off, but you're looking at about a good hour to get all of these off to make sure I don't mess it up. So at least looks good on the wall and stuff like that. But really, I think, guys, what they should have did, and I'm just going to say this once, they could have took that little logo right there, the word retro, put a little red rectangle right here and put that word in there, and we all would have figured it out. And if you would have got taken on eBay for that, you deserve to get taken. I hate to put it like that, but come on. But that's my point of view on Princess Leia. Like I said, other than that, I think the colors are different, but I think they at least chose very similar enough colors where it pops and looks good on the card. And that, like I said, that I don't mind. I think that's just a smart choice. On to Mr. Lando Calrissian here. Getting pulled up here, guys. There we go. Overall, I have to say, guys, they done an excellent job on this figure. I've been looking at this figure for the last few days. Great color choice of the blue that they used on his shirt. The cape looks amazing. And be honest with you, I'm going to try to get the camera here, but I think the face looks a little bit better. I think it might be maybe the choice of the brown on the skin color. I don't know, but the face, obviously came out a little bit better. Now, obviously, you can see the belt buckle. See the belt buckle on the original. See how sharp the detail is versus much. You can tell there's a major shrinkage going on there. Show you that's a huge difference in that belt buckle. But I think overall in the face and the color choices they used, he turned out really good. I mean, I know Lando, unfortunately, is one of them characters that, is actually becoming more, wake up, focus, camera, dear God. You think these things would wake up a little bit better. So, but anyway, but I think the Lando character getting ready came out. Oh my, hold on, guys. I apologize. These cameras, they try to think. There we go. You got to caress them a little bit. You got to be gentle, even though you want to slap them. Anyway, guys, sometimes I hate technology. But Lando, I'm glad they brought him in for that final movie. It kind of put some legitimacy in those main characters, considering they keep killing everybody off. Oh, I do not want to go there, but you guys know what I mean. But overall, I think the Lando turned out really good all the way around. All right, now we're on to Mr. Hawthorne Solo. See, we Keith. Oh, awesome. I was wondering if he's going to pop in here, brother. See, yes, sir. And I apologize. I have not got a hold of Michael. I've tried to call him today. He's been very busy. I'm mowing the grass. But yeah, I have not got the information. That's why I have not replied back. And like I said, I'm just waiting on to get in touch with Michael so I can find, because what you're talking about, I have physically not noticed it myself. You think I know everything in that store, but the last couple months, we have moved a lot of inventory out and brought a whole lot of new inventory in. So it's been pretty chaotic, and the store's open full blast again. So Keith, I do apologize. I'm trying to get you the answer, and I hope to get it for you by tomorrow. And as soon as I do, brother, I'll make sure I give you the answer to that. Because honestly, if I knew the answer, I would have shot it to you right then there. But honestly, I don't know the answer to your question. I've not seen those. So once I get the info, I'll let you know, brother. All right, guys, we're moving on here to Hawthorne. And let's get a little viewpoint here. Overall, he looks really good. Not complaining. Of course, obviously that he trimmed up a little bit. The hood shrunk a little bit. You can noticeably tell that. But overall, he has kept the color choices look really good. I'm looking at them here, slightly softer. There's a hint of pastel with the blue, but not much. And but honestly, guys, even back in the vintage time, I got I think 3 different versions of these, and the pants are all different colors. The turquoise is slightly different. So that's just different factories making things. But overall, and they put some really good color. I don't know if it can come out here. He's out. Anytime you're out in the cold, your face gets a little bit more pink, and they added some good color to the skin. So I thought they done a really good job at that and everything. This one looks, like I said, other than the stupid sticker, this one obviously looks the part, and I really ain't got much to complain about it. And like I said, guys, we were discussing nostalgia a few weeks ago, and I'm not sure if I really one of the main things I wanted to hit, and I went back and watched, and I don't think I really put enough emphasis on this, was on this whole nostalgia deal. The main point, I'm going to say this because I want you guys to think about it as well, is the point that I was trying to drive home is like for me, Star Wars, He-Man, and G.I. Joe, and the Planet of the Apes, the Mego stuff, that has a strong nostalgia on me. Now you take 10 years later, you got a whole new group of kids that it's Ninja Turtles, Transformers, later G.I. Joes, and some other things mixed in for that. But if you show them this stuff, they don't really care that much about it. So the point I'm trying to get to in all this nostalgia stuff is these figures as good as what I think they are? And really, it don't matter what I'm talking about here. Is one better than in other generations? Or are we all fooled emotionally and mentally on just because what we were presenting, no matter what didn't matter what we was presented as a kid, it was what we were given as a kid that lit that nostalgia. So does that mean if these figures was worse, would we still love them as much because we was given to them? So the point I'm getting at is nostalgia fooling us all? Or am I looking at this from a nostalgia point of view, from an artistic point of view, and is the quality really there? Is the importance truly there? Or is it just something that got chemically created in my head 35, 40 years ago, and it's it's just burnt in our mind? So that's something I just wanted to, it's because I know I probably sound rude when I make comments like this, but I usually I say these things like, well, Star Wars artistically is much better done than what Ninja Turtles. And and I'm not saying that to knock down Ninja Turtles. I'm making a point of view from an artistic point of view. I've been an artist now, oh gosh, knocking on 45 years. I'm knocking on it. So, I mean, I would think at this point that I have trained my eye to know a quality toy versus a non-quality toy. It'd be like comparing Star Wars to a Simpsons toy. Really. I mean, but somebody might argue that they love the Simpsons stuff from the 90s better than this stuff. So it brings up a big debate on, and a lot of people, and I don't take it personally. So, I mean, if you don't believe on what I say, that's totally fine. Everybody's up to their own opinion. But like I said, I was just trying to really dive down and try to sum up my own reasons why I collect and the things I collect and stuff like that. So, and it's obviously, I ain't gonna lie, it's not from the artistic point of view. It's from what I had as a kid. So very interesting. So Hasbro serving hot garbage since 2012. and you're totally not wrong. I have to say it. Romel, how you doing, brother? See, is a distribution. And here's the funny thing, guys. A buddy of mine lives up in Benton, Kentucky. David Chandler. He starred in two of my movies a few years back. Benton, Kentucky, just so you guys know, is north of nowhere. He was getting these things a good 2 weeks before I found them down here. So what the heck up with that? I mean, Dalton's like 50,000+ people, and Benton, Kentucky's like 5,000. But yet their Walmart got it. I don't get it. And I'm still shocked on the Mego distribution. Megos have issues too on only certain Walmarts carries their stuff, but all the Targets do. And it's just, but I heard news that the Mego stuff is going to be going to like Books A Million, maybe CVS. You know, they're going to really broaden out, and I hope they hurry up and get it out there, because I love to be able to find it in more places. It'd just be cool to see it like that. See here. Exactly. You know, I think there's a lot to do with the first toys you had as a very young child. I don't want to sound weird, but there's like a magical component there that it just, boom, we can never forget those moments. And I hope we don't. And that's one thing I want to say. If Ninja Turtle was your first love of action figures, I'm not here to knock it. If I do say anything negative about it, it's just from an artistic point of view. It's not me attacking your nostalgia whatsoever, because I love Planet of the Apes, and there's no way the Planet of the Apes was artistically perfect, by no means, but I still love them anyway. So they're just cool toys. So on to Bespin Luke, guys. Hope everyone's enjoying this. I'm hoping I'm bringing out some good key points here. There we go. All right, Bespin Luke, overall, I have to give him a good solid 8 or 9. I mean, he's looking the part. One thing I think they have done on this run, more so than what they did on the first run, I'm wanting to think, and I don't know exactly how they made these things, guys. I know they probably took one on the original series and made a mold and make a copy of a copy. But they very well could have done, y'all heard of the facial scanning like they do for Marvel, Jack's Toys, when they scan all the wrestlers' faces. And I'm just wondering if they've done a scan of these and then went there and seeing that Z-brush and stuff, which Hasbro uses, that's like their main tool of designing toys, and went in there and started hitting the sharpen button, because there's a button you can hear, and whatever detail that you've done, you click on that sharpen button. It's just like in Photoshop, starts tightening it up. And I believe that very well could be on their approach of how they approached Wave 2. But they didn't, like I said, go in there and bother working on the gaps. Like the Leia's gaps was the worst one. But you can see here in Luke's, not so much. It looks about the same. And if you go in here and scan one of these, and like I said, you lose like 0.07% worth of shrinkage usually. So what they can do is scan this thing in the computer, multiply it by 0.07%, make it slightly bigger, then mold that, and then it will come out closer to like one of the originals. So that they can go to the effort. And the lightsaber and gun, like I said, I don't know how they hold it. And like I said, I'm not taking these out, so I'm sure you can find some other video out there. And if I had to guess, they probably kind of suck holding the weapons, just like the Wave 1. If I just common sense thinking how these things are designed, you know, there's a lot of play in that rubbery hand. And I'm thinking that the rubber that they're using their hands could be a slightly different mixture or compound versus what was used in the late 70s and the early 80s. And I'm thinking that has a lot to do with it as well. But overall, Luke looks really great. He really does. I really can't say much complaints about him. And I think Michael on Retro Blasting has a video coming out tomorrow on YouTube. So make sure you guys check out that. I got a quick little segment I did in it. Really, really short. Just wanted to have some fun. Michael asked me if I can join in. So I done my little 2 cents worth, threw it in there. A lot of fun. I hadn't got a chance to watch all of it. I skipped through it at work today. I got an early shot of it. But I think he said it goes live on YouTube tomorrow. So check out Retro Blasting tomorrow and look for that. And it's all about Bespin Luke and Michael's love for Bespin Luke, which I had to say, this is my favorite Star Wars figure too. So I know where he's coming from. So guys, make sure you catch that with Michael and Retro Blasting. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it for sure. All right, guys, we're on to, yes. Now I saved Yoda and Boba Fett for last. Let's see. The older collectors like us, see. Okay, the Wave 2 is doing it better. So excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Keith. I saved these 2 for last because the reason these 2 are going to be I'm going to go ahead and say it, turds to find at the store, because the whole wave of the Mandalorian crowd is going nuts over anything that looks like Baby Yoda. The sad thing is the storyline is good, and I think these people are taking this whole Baby Yoda thing and really chill it out, people. Let the story do its thing. I think they're doing a great job at writing these stories. They're making it plausible. It's really feeling like vintage Star Wars when I watch Mandalorian. And the only thing negative I have to say about the Mandalorian is how everybody is making a damn fool out of the whole Baby Yoda. It's just a new figure, a new character. Chill. We don't need to over-grandize his little cuteness to sell this Mandalorian. If you take Baby Yoda out, it's still a damn cool Mandalorian. So let's just hang up on what's the most important here. So, and like I said, I like the whole Baby Yoda. So don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it. I'm knocking how the fans are just going a little too excitable over it. So, all right, you can see here a huge difference in the packaging. I got here also, I know you guys can't see it, I got pictures of how they were packaged back in the late 70s, 80s. And Yoda, like R2-D2, came on the very small bubble. And like I said, they went to a whole one standard, keeping it simple. They didn't want to create different size bubbles that cost them money, because they get charged by size and how many. So, but I think that was smart, having him floating there. I think that's cool. And like I said, there's no little cardboard insert or anything like that. The snakes looks great. And the details, everything. Like I said, this is another figure well done, even though you can't see what's going on underneath him. But all in all, with just a really good being this close, extremely pleased. If I'm looking at it this close and it looks that good, it's going to look amazing on the wall. So all in all, great presentation, great colors. I love how they laid him out in the package here. So all in all, this is kind of like the Bespin Luke. Not really much to complain about here. Very good job on that one. And like I said, I think, guys, if you can find these for the $10 price point, they are worth it. Just for the simple fact, if you're buying them for your kid to play with, they're probably going to fall apart. They're probably just going to lose the weapons. But if you're getting it just so you can have that nostalgia feels hanging on your wall for a very affordable price versus, one of these is probably $800, and it probably wouldn't even look this good on a vintage card because it'd probably beat all the crap. It's worth $10. Is it worth $20? No. Is it worth $15? If it's your favorite character, yes. Is it worth $20 and up for any of these figures? I would 8. It's 3 3/4 inch figure. We're already knocking on $20 for a 6-inch scale figure, and I think that's highly too much. I think that's way too much money for a 6-inch scale figure. So 10 to 15. Honestly, I think you can't go wrong with this line, but unfortunately, Yoda's knocking on the 25, creeping on $30 marker, and I'm here to tell you, unless this is your single most favorite character of all time and you've always wanted one on card, then yes, $30 is better than 800. But I wouldn't spend $30 on every one of them. I just wouldn't do it. Tim Hayes, awesome. Michael Schaefer, boy, everybody showed up now. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. It does me a lot of good to see everybody come on here. Like I said, guys, I want to apologize to everybody in the last few weeks. Just life, family, vacation, work. I have been exhausted. I have not felt myself. I've not been intense at all. I have just been slap dog wore out. And I'm hoping this weekend I'm going to go out. I'm going to go do some toy hunting this weekend. I'm going to just relax and have some fun and kind of refresh the brain, if you guys know what I mean. It's been hectic lately, and I know I'm not been doing much on here, but like I said, but you guys mean the world to me. And like I said, the channel keeps growing. Me and Michael Hall was just talking about it, how the channel is still slowly, steadily growing every week. And every time we do something, if you guys can go to Sexton Creation Facebook, you see where me and Matt Hall was over at Battlegrounds last Saturday, done a nice little commercial and advertisement for them. And I think I ended up, by the time I got home, I got 11 new subscribers that, within less than 2 hours. So still about 200 away from that 1,000 marker. That's a hump. I'm just dying, guys. If any of you guys, you're watching this right now, if you can help advertise for me and get some people to subscribe, we're just 200 away from that 1,000 marker, and that will open up where I can go live on YouTube anywhere. The whole reason I had to go live from Facebook is because YouTube has this stupid little thing to where if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you can't go live mobile. So help me get to 1,000 guys, and I can go live on YouTube, and you don't have to worry about Facebook. And I won't have to worry about Facebook. So, but I'm using Facebook because it's a tool, and it's doing something that YouTube won't let me do. So, yes, yeah, I'm right on. I'm like just a few away from 800, so we're like 206, 207 away, something like that. So, guys, any way you can help, great. I would greatly appreciate it, because once we get over that 1,000 hump, I think we can really shoot forward really big with the projects that I got going on. And some of you guys who didn't get to see Tim, just to give you and Michael Schaefer a quick little tease, it's getting there. It's getting there, really close. It's almost there. Just a few more weeks, a couple weeks to a month, because there's always going to be changes, but I'm having fun with it. So it's really revitalizing my the skills. It's just been fun. I get to be a kid again making this kind of stuff. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it, brother. And all right, guys, on to the big dog here. He's already at the $30-some mark on the secondary market, and I see him really. By the time the Mandalorian gets back on, if anybody can post on here when the Mandalorian's supposed to come back out, I can't remember the date because I know they pushed it back a little bit. I have a feeling by the time it comes out, boom, he'll be up to $50, unfortunately. So I don't know what to say. It's weird how all that works, but it just is. But we're gonna do a quick comparison here. All in all, I have to say he looks great. They added a touch more of your baby blue within the color of the suit, kind of give it a little bit more richness, I think. Plus mine's probably got a little bit of sun fade after 40 years and everything. But the choices, the colors are just a hint brighter. But when you get down to the red and the browns, they went a touch darker. So that's why you see a little bit more of a contrast. Now, the yellows is a slightly duller than the yellows on mine. But I think the color choices are really good here. The details are extremely sharp on this one, guys. I'm going to try to get you all close, but the details are sharp. Bam, there we go. Really good, sharp details on this. Like I said, I really think they took that. Hold right here to let this thing focus back in. I really think on this wave, they done the facial scanning thing and went in there and hit the sharpen button and tighten them up a little bit versus like what they did on wave one. Maybe they did it on wave one and didn't do it as long. I don't know, but like I said, but this one, but I have noticed on wave two, the details on everybody are quite a bit more sharper overall. Now there are some areas like we noticed on Lando's belt buckle that obviously, I don't know, there is major shrinkage there on that deal for some reason. So, but other than that, really great, same picture and everything, great display look. And I think out of the package, I mean, he just looks great. He might even be a hair, just a tad bigger. Like I said, I think they went in there and got it on ZBrush, enlarged it, try to account for that shrinkage deal. But overall, I would not, there's no way. I wouldn't pay $20 for any of these. I'm just that stubborn. So I mean, I got like 3 or 4 of these guys. I'm not going to pay that much for one that I know that's never going to be as that valuable. So just not going to do it. But I will have to say, if this is your favorite character, you know, and I think a Boba Fett's going for, oh my gosh, he's knocking on like $1,000 to $1,200 on card. So honestly, if you got one figure out of the lot and you're spending $30 to $40 and you're going to keep it pristine, you know, I get it and that's fine. But I honestly would not go and pay $30 for each and every one of them. I just would not do it. Bite your tongue, hold out. Somewhere within a year from now, all of these prices are probably going to drop right back down sometime next year. So more than likely they will and stuff like that. So you got 4 of wave 2 for $5 a piece at Walmart. What Walmart do you go to, brother? Man, had no Yodas or Boba Fett's left. Yeah. So they're usually, that's like I said, them were the 2 that's going to be the first to go and everything, I believe, guys. So unfortunately, see, and stuff like that. But guys, that's where I'm at right here. And like I said, if you guys have any topics that you guys want me to do, it really helps me out when you guys, hey, Kevin, I would like to see this. It really just pinpoints what I do next. Because to me, because here's the thing, guys. This video is probably going to get more views than a lot of my other ones just because we're talking about vintage Star Wars. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge vintage Star Wars fan too, but hey, I'm a He-Man fan. I love Planet of the Apes. I love, you know, there's my wide range of stuff is probably too wide, but I like to keep the Toy Smuggler channel. I like for it to be a wide variety. So if Star Wars is your jam, I get it. But please, even though if I'm doing a video and it's not Star Wars, please join in. You might learn something new. And here's another cool thing. You might find out you like something that you didn't know you even liked. I tell you what, because guys, Migos really left my mind a long time ago. And I got on the Facebook and I started seeing these Migo groups. And then I started watching some of the Migo stuff. And then I got in touch with Classic TV Toys. And I'm telling you, man, am I hooked back on the Migo style all over again. And like I said, if you guys are a little bit younger than I am, and you not know what Migo is, really, if you want a cheaper way to check it out, like I said, go to your Target, Walmart, check some of those out. Go to Classic TV Toys. So if you're a customizer, that's a great place you need to go to get great parts. Because we all know vintage Migos, they're $50, $70 up for anything of any kind of quality. Even the stuff with missing legs costs $20-some, which is ridiculous, but it is what it is and stuff like that. But guys, just be open. Like I said, the Toy Smuggler, I'm trying to be, you know, one day I may be talking about sculpting. So anything that you guys can throw out there, I would love to tackle. We'll see Tim Hayes, Flash Gordon movies coming out in 4K and Blu-ray. Awesome. I love the Flash Gordon. Anything Flash Gordon, Toy Smuggler loves. I'm telling you guys, it don't matter if it's the 1939, the 40s, the 80s movie. Just, I think it's just 3 weeks ago, something like that. I was kind of had I was exhausted one Saturday night, and I said, the hell with it. I'm not working on nothing. I turned the lights out, Flash Gordon came on, I jumped on the couch, and I just chilled out and just watched the movie. So love the Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers, all that cool stuff. And like I said, guys, if you're out there and you don't know some of these products, check them out. I'm telling you, you may be surprised at some of the stuff that's created back in the 40s may be the next thing that you get all nostalgic over. I'm here to tell you, you'd be surprised, because the guys, one thing I want to come across with that saying that is, the guys that designed these things back in the 40s and even going up into the 80s was some of the greatest storytellers and designers of all time. Everything that you see in the movies today, those guys have studied these guys. I'm here to tell you. So there's a reason for it. So check out some of these old projects, these old products, these older characters. You might just be surprised. You might find a whole new thing to love, and it might just refresh your whole toy collecting experience. So, and guys, if there's any way that I can help, see what Matt saying. Yes, I have been watching a lot of Plaid Stallions. Yeah, Plaid Stallions, I have to say, is one of the newer YouTube channels that I have really grow to enjoy. I mean, Brian is just doing an amazing job with it. It has that 60s, 70s feel, the music, the style he films, and even how he edits. It has that nostalgic kind of feel, and I think he is just doing an amazing job. And like I said, and he's also coming out, guys, too. Check him out on Facebook. He's actually coming out with a paperback publication. So I'm kind of excited about that. That sounds, you don't see paper anymore. Everything's so digital nowadays. But he's going old school on this project, and I think we just need to check it out. And like I said, it might be something that interests you, but definitely give him a chance. Watch his videos. There's something in there for everybody. I will guarantee you that. And he does a lot of great things on Big Jim. That's a line I've been studying for the last couple years, not got into. I've been looking for a couple of Big Jim pieces and just not had any luck. So, but definitely, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Matt. He's just done a great job and everything. So, guys, check him out. And if anybody's got anything, any topic coming up soon, please let me know. And I just want to thank every one of you guys. Like I said, I'm sorry I'm not being live that much lately, but I have not been. Like I said, life has kind of kicked my butt lately, but I'm feeling strong again. I'm getting back in the swing, and like I said, I'm just got to restructure a few things, because I want to go into this summer with a kick butt plan to really take things home for the Toy Smuggler by the end of the year, to where when 2021 happens, I'm ready to kick the doors wide open and just blow everybody out of the water. I'm here to tell you, because I think I'm on to a few good things here, and I think we got such a broad range of mediums that that this channel could be a good hot item to come next year. And I can't do it without you guys. You guys are my support. You guys give me inspiration. And like I said, it done me so good tonight just to see all your guys' familiar faces hop on here. Guys, I just wish I could really express to you guys how much it means to me when you guys come up here and hop on here, because you guess, bottom line, you don't have to. But yet you're taking time out from your families to sit here and listen to this old man ramble and gripe and complain. But I come from the heart. I believe what I say. And like I said, I just love and I have a passion for this stuff. And it's going to stay with me to the day I die. So, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Y'all have a wonderful, safe weekend. Go do some toy hunting. Love you guys. Toy Smuggler. Y'all catch you later.